Well, hey, what's up, YouTube? Pastor Matt here. Now, normally, if you check in on my YouTube channel, of course, you see theological books and Bibles and things like that. But today, I am up here in the frozen Northeast in Ohio and looking through some of my parents' cool stuff. And my dad was a comic book collector. And so today, I'm going to show you something that you probably haven't seen before and may never see again, all in one place. That is to say, we're going to look at The Amazing Spider-Man comic books number 1 through 10 and Amazing Fantasy number 15, compiled by my dad, Don Everhard. And of course, Amazing Fantasy 15 is the first time Spider-Man appears in any comic book before he had his own edition. And we're going to look at that in just a second. And then secondly, we will move over to the Fantastic Four 1 through 10, again compiled by my dad, Don Everhard, who has an outstanding collection of comic books, mostly in the Silver Age. You probably already know that the Golden Age would include such things as Superman. But one generation later, you have all of the Marvel comics, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, X-Men, Flash, Hulk, all that kind of stuff would be considered Silver Age. So here we go. Let's go ahead and look through The Amazing Spider-Man. Here is number 1. Now, this is not his first appearance. That comes in the aforementioned Amazing Fantasy edition, but this is the first one, The Amazing Spider-Man, featuring 2 feature-length Spider-Man thrillers and a reference to the Fantastic Four right there on the front, with an extra chapter on the Chameleon Strike. So that's Spider-Man number 1. Here's Spider-Man number 2, where he fights the Vulture, one of his arch nemeses throughout the Spider-Man series. Here's number 3, featuring Dr. Octopus, who is probably a villain that is quite well known to most folks who follow Spider-Man. Here's number 4, where he fights Sandman. Look at this, 12 cents is what this cost. Imagine how valuable these are, not only individually, but as a set of 1 through 10 together. Moving on, who do we have here? This is Dr. Doom. That's right, I'm kind of rusty on my comic book supervillains, but Dr. Doom is the nemesis that he fights in this 5th edition. Number 6, he fights the Lizard. You can see these are just like classic enemies that we're going through, introducing this great rivalry. Number 7, we see a return of the Vulture. Here's his second encounter with the bald winged foe. In number 8, it says a special tribute to teenagers issue. Looks like a couple of little stories there. We have an encounter with Flash Thompson and the Human Torch. Number 9, he fights Electro. And in number 10, he fights a gang called the Enforcers. Now, my dad has a ton more Spider-Man comics, all filed, categorized, dated, etc. But these he has specially set apart in the 1 through 10. And now here we go. Here it is, the one, the great Amazing Fantasy number 15. Not sure what year this is. Somebody who's geekier than I will know this. But this is the first appearance of Spider-Man, and regarded as one of the rarest and most important comic books that one can possibly collect. Okay, well, there you go. A little bit outside of my genre. Again, usually theology and books and Bibles and things like that. But today, comic books. Don't have any links to post in the description of this video, as I'm not selling any of these, and I don't think you could get them on Amazon. But feel free to follow me at Twitter, Matt_Everhard. Also, if you want to hear me preach, has nothing to do with the comic books, which you're probably looking at in this video, but I preach over at another page, Faith Evangelical Presbyterian Church. Okay, talk to you later. Next video coming right up, Fantastic Four.